Sunday morning. Cup of Sales Joe. Today's message is based on a single artist, and in fact a single song, that may be new to you. She's new to me recently. You heard a taste already, and I'll delve more into who and what that is. The theme today is compassion for ourselves and others.
And I wipe my weary eyes and cutting all these ties. Sometimes I work and I don't know what it's for.
Maybe you're going through something tough right now. Something tumultuous, unforeseen, there's turmoil, there's challenges. Whatever it is, realize you are not the only one. And if you aren't going through something tough right now, you have before and you know what it's like. So today I want to chat about having compassion and understanding for others and for yourself. Because let's face it, we've all been there. And if you're good now, I congratulate you on being strong and persevering. If you're dealing right now, have faith in yourself. I have faith in you, and you should too. When we face challenging times, we sometimes feel like it will last forever, like it's the new normal. It's easy to do that, isn't it? We imagine the worst case scenario, and sometimes it happens, and we are thrown off. We lose our way. We aren't sure how to see the other side, and that's okay. There will be another side. But how do we get there? And how do we use that understanding when they're in the middle of dealing with these challenging things?
Gonna get some brand new wings, a pretty bird that sings. 'Cause sometimes I'm too tired to sing it all.
We remember the good things. We remember that we are more than this circumstance. And that without challenge, we actually don't grow. We face things and we learn from them. In fact, that is the very nature of growth. Challenge. Without it, we would just stay where we are and who we are. But we are destined for more when life puts these times in front of us. So, while you may be lamenting the weight you have to carry, you wouldn't be presented with that if you weren't capable of carrying it. Maybe you don't think so right now, but you are. What a wonderful thing to move from the thought of, why is this happening to me, to, why not take this on because that's my future. That's how I grow and progress, how you develop, and how you succeed. For little success in anything meaningful comes easily.
God's golden shore. Sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. I'm gonna make myself me again. I'm giving up on giving in. I'm gonna make myself me again.
But in the times when we doubt ourselves and wonder what it's all for, remember, everyone has their own things to deal with. In fact, one of the most beneficial practices is that of non-judgment. You may not know someone's full story, and you may have no idea what someone is dealing with. Therefore, do not judge, lest ye be judged. And that breeds compassion for others, and helping others to see their best, to believe in them. That is one of the greatest gifts you can give to another person. By the way, just a bit about this artist, Christina Vane. She is primarily a bluegrass artist, but she definitely has a bit of the blue in her bluegrass, as you can hear right here. She plays this on what is known as a dobro, or a resonator steel guitar. But unlike many other artists, she plays it like a normal guitar versus setting it on her lap, but incorporates the slide technique selectively to great effect, along with being a great songwriter. I especially like the simplicity of her voice and her guitar, and that's it. So while much of our work in our lives is based around performance, activity, acquiring and obtaining and achieving, don't forget that some of the most special moments are when you lift someone else up or someone lifts you. You never know when someone can use a word of encouragement, a show of belief, or just a listening ear without judgment or aim. After all, you never know when you could use the same.
It all. Sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. I'm gonna make myself me again.
When we feel off kilter and off our game, we just need to get back to normal or as close as possible. As Christina Vane says, get back to me. What things make you feel comforted and secure? What things make you happy? Get back to those. I recall reading a book one time and it said to give yourself 30 minutes of joy each day. It had you make a list of the things that you would do for 30 minutes that would bring you joy. The strangest part of this exercise was not the list. That's probably pretty easy for most of us. It was answering the question, how often do you do this? For you, when is the last time you gave yourself 30 minutes of joy? If we can do this on a regular basis, what would that do for you? And if you're not, why not? And how can you do that more often? And let me double down on this. How can you give someone else even 5 minutes of joy? It may not take much, but it may do wonders. And Christina Vane hits on this in her very first verse.
And I hope you're eating right, that you sleep well at night. Forget those mistakes you made before.
We get into our own cocoon and just do what we do. Once in a while, something will pull us out of our echo chamber and make us pay attention to others in the world around us. But why wait for that? Why don't we intentionally do this? Why not look now for someone who may need that support? Or maybe it's you that needs it. And how would it be if someone reached out and gave that to you unsolicited? Well, consider me doing that very thing in a different way right now. My last 2 points about this. You are unique and special, and your gifts and talents are needed. So I definitely want you to be more you. Because sometimes we get stuck trying to be something else, don't we? And on the other side, you should accept others for who they are. Because they should be allowed as well to be truly themselves.
Sometimes I win. I'm gonna make myself me again. I'm giving up on giving in. I'm gonna make myself.
So, I ask one thing of you this week. Be on the lookout for someone around you that may need that spark, that lift, that friend to listen. We often ask people how they are, and really are only asking to be polite. I once heard Benjamin Franklin quoted as saying, "How are you?" as a greeting, not a question. They want to hear, "You're fine," not about your indigestion. But this week and beyond, ask with true interest how that person is. I mean, we have holidays that make us reach out to people or be kind or send a good word. Yet, the real magic is when you do it without being prompted. You might find that someone is not, as we so often state, doing fine. Sometimes we aren't, and that's okay. And when you aren't, find someone to connect with. And when you are, find someone to connect with. And most of all, get back to being you. Have a great week.
I'm gonna make myself me again.